Alright guys, welcome to the channel. We are digging through, when I say we, I mean Harper. Hi. Got my little helper today. So we are digging into here the Iboards, the APS Iboards for my 2016 Ram 1500. Just kind of right now looking through the parts list, making sure everything is here that is supposed to be here. And what's pretty cool, I think, is not only is it separated like I already took it out, so it's a bad example, but not only is it separated like left to right in the box side to side, but it's also color coordinated. So all the driver's side equipment is green baggies, and all the passenger side equipment is clear bags. All the nuts and bolts, and then these ones as well. So I remember I've watched some videos on YouTube, and I think they actually have wised up, because I remember seeing videos where the hardware was actually like this gold. It was all this gold, and people were complaining about it and spray painting it and such. So it's actually, all the hardware is now black. All of this stuff is going to be inside of the actual door, which I will show you how to do that then. But yeah, I got the 5-inch ones, so we are going to go ahead and finish looking through this parts list, make sure everything's here, and get started with this install. Alright guys, so we are outside here. I have everything separated out. I have the passenger side over here. All the driver stuff over here, brackets, everything. So I went ahead and I went through, and make sure you do this as well. I separated each and counted them as they should be on the parts list, and I have everything. The 6mm hex bolts, I actually have 13 of these. I have an extra one. And then for the 8mm flat washers, I'm supposed to have 24, and I only have 23. So I'm actually missing one of those. So it's always important to go through and count your parts list, because now I'm going to need an 8mm flat washer. Then hopefully I have one here at the house, because I really don't want to go to the store for one. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the install. Okay guys, so looking under here, these first ones are actually pre-threaded already. I can't tell from here about the other. My middle ones are actually pre-threaded as well, so I'm assuming that my end ones are pre-threaded if 2 out of the 3 already are. So what we'll have to do is, you won't need, I'm assuming this is with all 2016s, you're not going to need this plate then, because it's already pre-threaded. You would just take a hex bolt, a lock washer in that order, and screw it on. So I don't have a cameraman or anything, so I can't do this with one hand. So I'm going to get it on, and I'll come back with you and show you what it looks like. Okay, so all 3 of mine were already pre-threaded, like I said. You want to go ahead and just put them in hand tight as of right now, so you can still adjust them side to side, up and down if you need to, because there is a little bit of play. Of course, make sure that all of your brackets say P for passenger, and then they are 8mm bolts, but the heads are 13s. So just so you know for later when you need to go in and tighten them down with a socket or impact or whatever you want to use. And then the 6mm, are a 10 head. Next, we're going to be attaching the supporting bracket. So the supporting bracket is going to attach here, and then the top is going to bolt into these pinch welds. So for the supporting bracket, you're going to need one 8mm bolt with a washer, locking washer, and nylon lock nut, which is going to go there. And then for your 2 top holes for the pinch welds, you're going to be using the 6mm. So you need a 6mm bolt, nylon nuts, and washers. So I'll go ahead and get that on here and show you what it looks like. So we got the 8mm here, and then the two 6mm going in the pinch welds. We're gonna go ahead and do that for the middle and the back, and we'll move on to the next step. So I actually misspoke just a minute ago. The washer here needs to go on the back side, and I'll show you why. I got ahead of myself. As you can see there, the nut will go through the back. So a washer needs to go on the back side of your support bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these around, keep moving forward. Alright guys, we got all of this flipped around, got the washer on the right side. That looks so much better. Kudos to APS, the Iboards, and switching all of their hardware to black. If you guys have purchased these in the past, all their hardware was gold, and so you had to figure out, you had to try and paint over it yourself. But now it just looks so much better, so clean. Alright, so we have all three of these support brackets on. Next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the running board itself on. Go ahead and get this open. Alright, so then what you're going to need is you're going to use 4 of these T-bolts, which look like so, for each support. So we'll grab 4. And then to get them on, you just drop them in here, and then once they're in there, they can't move. So we'll use 12 total for each side. And the last 4. So then what you'll need to do is you'll just have to slide them to position them properly to fall in to here. And you'll be using, again, they are 6mm, so you'll be using the 6mm washers and the 6mm locking washers to get them onto the bracket. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll check back with you. Alright, so this is what you should be left with. Washers are going to go on this side as well as the locking nut. So then from here, before you tighten everything up, this is one of my favorite reasons I like these boards, is the kind of how much you can change them. So it has that entire runner to run along. So you can slide it forward to backward as much as you want. So once you get it, you know, if you're running bigger tires, say, and you want to make sure they stay away from your tires, you can pull it back this way. But it's completely free play as to where you would like them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and get this lined up, and once you get everything lined up where you like it, this is it, this is done. So we'll go ahead, I'll get it lined up, get it tightened, and show you the finished product. Alright guys, so she's all finished up, everything's tightened down. Finished product here, give it a step test. Oh yeah. So I have the 5-inch boards, and it fits my whole foot perfectly. I thought 4 was too skinny and 6 was too big, so I just went in the middle and hoped it would work out. And then if you look down the vehicle as well, it doesn't stick out past the tires, which is what I did not want. I didn't want that. Didn't want there to be them to stick out a mile. But that's the video, guys. Super easy install, super slick look. It looks a lot like the Amp Research boards, just obviously they don't fold up. And that's the kind of look I was going for. I wanted something sleek, just a one piece, because the main reason was for my wife, who's right in there doing her own thing. She's short and she has a hard time getting in, but then of course I also have my daughter, and so I didn't want to, you know, steps here and I'm off balance, you know, trying to get her in. So now I can put my foot anywhere on this board. So if you have a child or you're expecting or anything like that, definitely recommend the Iboard and the one piece. And like I said, they've fixed all their hardware. All their hardware is black now, so it won't be an issue. And you won't need these if you already have the mounts, or if it's already pre-drilled inside and has the spots for the bolts to go. That's all those were for, was they screwed onto there. So if you're not using those, you won't need those 6 bolts. But that's the video, guys. Like and subscribe. More to come. Until next time, peace.